Hi, we're Team 6 and our topic is gender equality. Our team is conformed by me, Mariana,
Germán.
Jimena, Maria.
and Asuar and Ali. Our problematic is the inequality in salaries between men and women in the works that they release the same activity and get paid in different way.
And the SDG is we already said that is the gender equality, and with this we try to get the same treat to women and men.
Context. This context is focused on the things that sadly happen usually in the workplace or in I don't know or high school, that teachers, women and teachers men had a different salary for the same amount of work.
Necessary resources. Let's start with the human resources. Some of the human resources are gender specialists, educators and trainers in equity and inclusion issues, community facilitators for workshops and talks, and legal advisors to guide rights and regulations. Then, material resources. Teaching material, guides, books, posters, infographics, communication equipment, computers, projectors, microphones, physical spaces for workshops, forums or training, digital platforms for courses, campaigns or dissemination. Then, financial resources. Public or institutional budget for gender policies, financing of NGOs or foundations that support causes of equity, international funds such as UN Women, UNESCO, etc., and support of private companies through social responsibility.
We choose this problem because we hardly believe in the fairness and equality in the workplace, also because we think that it is a problem that it's not much like a controversial topic, and it is necessary to be talking about this because sadly it happened. Most of the women in their workplace pass through this experience, and we need to do something about it.
Okay, then we have normative and political framework. In normative framework, we have the Mexican Constitution, Article 4, and it guarantees equality between men and women. We have the General Law for Equality Between Women and Men, 2006, and it ensures equal opportunities. We have the General Law on Women's Access to a Life Free of Violence, 2007, and it criminalizes gender-based violence. And finally, we have the Political Reform, 2014, that it establishes gender parity in political representation. Then, political framework. We have In Mujeres, oversees gender equality policies. We have Pro Igualdad, government plan to reduce gender gaps. We have the gender quotas. It requires 50% female representation in elections. Women's Justice Centers offer legal and psychological support for victims of violence. And finally, we have the gender-sensitive budgets that it ensures public spending promotes gender equality.
Okay, statistics along the years have said and have remarked that, of course, as we all know and as we've all noticed, men have more rights than women do, or women do have them but they're not respected as they should. Here it mentions the ethics of care, highlights the importance of the interpersonal relationships and how they must be respected because the gender doesn't really matter. Liberal feminism promotes equal rights and opportunities between men and women. Its job is to take care of that. The ethics of justice maintains that a just society must follow these procedures they mentioned. Now, utilitarianism defends that the correct action that maximizes general well-being. And social contract ethics are based on the idea that the agreement between members of the society must be respected and taken care of as it's supposed to be.
The success story or intervention, as it says, is the Mexican standard on labor equality and non-discrimination has been developed to promote the protection of maternity, paternity, and leave flexible hours and arrangements for remote work that allow women and men to balance work life and domestic responsibilities.
Well, we have four main values that must be present. Well, the first one is equity. Equity ensuring that all individuals receive fair and equal pay for the same work, regardless of gender. The second one is justice, applying impartial mechanisms to evaluate and correct wage inequalities, ensuring fair for everyone. Well, the other two are respect. Well, the respect is fostering a workplace environment that values diversity and upholds every individual's right to fair compensation. Well, the last one is inclusion. The inclusion guaranteeing equal opportunities for all individuals regardless of gender to receive fair wages and advance within the organization.
And well, these are like 5 questions that we do to random people. One is, do you believe that men and women have equal opportunity in workplaces? Do you think gender stereotypes influence career choices? And how important do you think gender equality is in education? And these are the statistics that we received based on the 5 questions that we made to the people.
As a team, we also proposed some activities so we can start talking about this problematic and try to eradicate it. First of all, we think that all of the things start in the schools. So we had the idea to start talking about this with conferences and talks in the school so the young people know about this problematic and in the future don't repeat the same as these generations. Also, another one is that some institutes like the National Institute of Women or the Secretariat of Women of Mexico make a visit to the school to check if it is all in order.
And there are some monitoring and evaluation indications that they say that the companies need to evaluate that the employees that they have are taking care of them and they're not like a balance more for a woman or for a man.
Now we're going to talk about the key stakeholders that play an essential role on the solution of this problematic. First of all, the individuals, which are the students, which they must, of course, participate in activities and talks and conferences where they talk about the solution of this problem. Now, also the teachers, they need to facilitate and support the implementing of these talks and this information that must be shared with the students. Then the parents and guardians, they need to reinforce this information at home so people know about it and the problem starts to develop. Well, the solution of the problem starts to develop. And also,
this problem is a very damaged one that not just affects women but all the people in our society, and it is time to us to change that so the new generations have a better world to live in.
Gender equality is not only an ideal to be achieved, but a urgent need in the construction of more just, equitable, and human society. For centuries, the difference between men and women have resulted in social, political, and economic inequalities.
In conclusion, gender equality is not just a woman's issue, it's a human issue. True progress happens when everyone, regardless of gender, has equal rights, opportunities, and respect.
Well, my reflection is about our project. We know that our project is focused on reducing the gender pay gap through education, empowerment, and fair policies. Something that we learned that the gap is caused by stereotypes and unequal opportunities. So we propose some steps to solve it, like teaching equality early, supporting women careers, and enforcing fair pay rules. These ones are key steps for our project. And the real change needs action from schools, workplaces, and governments to do the gender pay gap more equal for everyone. So that's my reflection. Thank you.
Our conclusion is that a plan for gender equality is key to achieve a more just and equitable society. That means that we need that the female had a greater participation in everything that is important in important decisions. And in addition, it promotes sustainable development and improve the quality of life in the entire population and in the entire community.
We choose
Well, statistics along the years have said.
we choose this problem because
Okay, statistics. ¿Te puedes callar? Okay. Yeah?
okay,
Okay, let's move on. Well,
¿Nos grabaste? Empiezo yo, la de que...
sí.
Lo va a escribir y luego mañana voy a confiar.
Ok, sí estoy. Ok, dale.
Ok, va.
Pero entonces.
Pero no va a grabar, Fer.
Pero entonces de qué?
Yo, así te ves así. Y luego
Primero
empieza
a
contigo,
Mariana y luego a mí.
Tú, y luego así. Y luego empiezo yo. Uno.
Pero hay que quitarla. No, pendejo. Hay que quitar la mano. Ah, ok.
¿Yo?
No, ella. Ya, por favor. Basta de esta puso.